Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, May 2nd, 7:45. I'm leaving early for a therapy group that I'm in, and I want to get there early in case there's any sort of issue with her there. I did call the program leader yesterday just to give them a heads up. So yeah, now we have to get up and get ready for the day. Good morning. Are you outside? Excuse me. That is not outside. This is the opposite of getting up and going outside. After I tried to get her out of my room, she ran and jumped in bed with my sister. But we're outside. Hopefully she peed. And now we have to go have breakfast. I am in desperate need of some Advil and an apple. To me and email the castle on the hill. So I am currently hiding in the bathroom. One of the group leaders pulled me aside to talk, and they have an issue with Daisy being here, which is frustrating because I called yesterday. I'm waiting. After our little meeting, they said they were going to contact whoever they were trying to contact to find out more about their policies and the laws, and I'm just like, okay. They're letting me stay in group for now, but I won't be surprised if they make an issue about me coming back tomorrow. I don't know. I think I handled myself really well and gave proper information, and that's all I can really do. So now I have to wait. So group is over. They still don't really know what's going on. They said that someone would call me later to touch base, but I don't know. I'll talk about it more when I'm not actually here. So, my therapy group. There's several group leaders. They saw her. Some of them acknowledged that she was there. So they knew that she was there, and nobody was saying anything. So I'm like, okay, we didn't have an issue upstairs with security, and we're not having an issue down here in group. So I'm like, okay, we're all good. Apparently not. I was ready to go back to second group. One of the main directors was like, hey, Emily, can I talk to you for a second? So I'm like, sure. So Daisy and I get up and we follow him into his office, and they were like, before we're even allowed to have a service dog come into the building, things have to be done. We need papers and certification. And I'm just like trying to be polite, but at the same time I'm like, may I interrupt? There's no such thing as papers or certification. It is not legal to ask for such. Frustrated, but I'm also trying to be understanding that a lot of it is just lack of information provided. The leader was like, oh, there's a girl who has allergies, and she's saying that the dog is really interfering with her allergies right now, which I completely understand. I have allergies to all kinds of things. And they're just like, oh, well, she already offered to leave. So I'm like, okay. So now I'm just waiting for a couple of phone calls, seeing what I'm going to do next.
So I'm calling to follow up on the situation with your service dog, who is very well behaved, by the way.
Thank you.
You have a peer in the group who is pretty allergic to dogs. She was having a hard time breathing, and it's going to make it very, very difficult for her to continue to be in group. We have sort of tried to, noodle what possible solutions exist. One of them is to ask her to change groups. Another one would be to ask you whether you would be open, and we've not asked anybody in the other group if anyone has allergies there, so we don't even know if that's possible. But even before we ask anyone, I wanted to check in with you and see whether you might be open, in light of the fact that one of your peers has severe allergies in the current group, if you might be open to joining the other track, the other DBT track. It would be a schedule change, and also therapist.
In any other instance where there are two people who have to be in the same room, where one has allergies and one has a service dog, both parties need to be accommodated You can't ask either one of them to leave, so we would have to just be really far away from each other. And Daisy is, she doesn't shed.
Yeah, I mean, it was very clear that she had allergies, that she was having a strong allergic reaction, and she was seated pretty far from you. So I've asked her if we can accommodate her, and she's under the impression that no, she cannot be in the same room with the dog. Would you be open to changing group?
I would have to think about it, but I'm leaning towards no. So the rest of the video footage of that phone call won't load, but basically we just talked about what we're going to do for tomorrow and what we're going to do moving forward. I told her that I would think about switching groups. I also called the ADA hotline after this just to see if they had any additional info or suggestions. Everything they told me was pretty much stuff I already knew, except they did tell me that their definition of severe allergies is when your throat closes up, you can't breathe, you need an EpiPen, and you have to go to the hospital. So the word severe sometimes is thrown around loosely, but that's what it means in their mind. Just got back from dinner, and now Daisy's having her dinner. As we were getting up, someone was like, "Oh, I didn't even know she was there." Which everyone in the service dog community says that's the ultimate compliment, because it means your dog is very well behaved. It doesn't bother anybody. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, even though it was a little bit stressful. And we get to do it all again tomorrow. I don't know. We will see how that goes. Thank you for watching. Good night.